big as a house and loud as the thunder when the lightning falls. Well, I reckon you don't wanna know my name. I'm here to tear down the home you erected back in 28. Oh, I'm guessing you don't wanna be my friend.
So we're going to talk about your album. It's your debut album, but there's like a backstory, of course, as there is a backstory to everything these days, about you going to Athens and meeting up with some guys who kind of, so rather than me tell it, you tell it.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, actually we met in Kentucky for the first time. It's just like a small house show that one of my friends put together, and then another friend that kind of set that up had gone to school with him in Athens.
Right.
So, you know, it was like this like weird little 20 people in a house. And then, you know, the Caamp guys, Taylor and Matt, both playing kind of like solo projects. And
right.
Yeah, we kind of hit it off that night, which led to some touring dates or some tour dates, and then a recording session a couple weeks after that. So, and the ball's still rolling.
The ball's still rolling. So what was the connecting thing between you guys when you first met?
Probably just like music that we were into. Towards the end of the night, we were all just playing songs that we had all known together, and you know, it was just a long night of just like listening to each other's songs and kind of figuring each other out. So I think we just connected through each other's songs more than anything. But then just to be able to kind of like share a moment with people that you just met, like playing other people's music and knowing the same exact ones and like enjoying it the same way. Yeah.
That's cool. Do you remember any of the particular songs that were?
Yeah, I think we played like a Dr. Dog song, Shadow People, and maybe like some Avett Brothers songs. I know they're big Avett Brothers fans, and I was pretty big on that Emotionalism album, especially. So probably that, probably Way to Lies, Laundry Room or something.
Nice, very cool. And so for folks who may not be up to everything, Caamp is a band that is based in Athens, and Taylor is Taylor Meier is his last name, right? So he kind of helped you make this record, is that right? He and another gentleman in the band named Matt Vinson.
Correct. They've been like my mentors, recording wise, and then sort of like trying to figure out how to be a businessman, I guess, when you're a musician. Or at least at the
beginning. Out for you?
Oh, I hate it. I hate having to answer emails and stuff. I recently just got a smartphone, so I'm lucky that happened when all this was going on, because everybody would be a lot more mad at me if I didn't have an email in my pocket.
That's great. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of a one-man band kind of thing, and you're doing everything yourself. Do you have a label or any support behind you, or are you pretty much doing it all?
Yes. Well, I mean, so Taylor started that label, Jenny Lou Records, which it came out on. So I do have those guys to fall back on a little bit, but they're definitely not in charge of all of it. Like I'm pretty much on my own as far as like answering stuff. You know, I still have them to bounce stuff off of, and I'm not completely alone, but I have to respond to stuff.
You do need to respond. Yes. So tell me about making the record. My understanding is it was recorded in a cabin somewhere in Georgia, right? So that sounds cool.
No, it was in Ohio.
Oh, in Ohio. Whereabouts in Ohio?
It was near Athens. I want to say it was in Logan, Ohio. Oh, sorry. I think there we go. I had a low battery for a second, but I still got plenty. Yeah, it was like near where they went to school in Athens. I want to say Logan, Ohio. The area is called Hocking Hills, and one of their buddies owns a bunch of cabins up there, and he just let us set up shop. We brought a bunch of gear up there, and just really whatever we had. It was like,
it's funny. Ohio keeps coming up in conversations, and I grew up near Ohio. I grew up in Western Pennsylvania. So
okay.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's where it all happened, honestly. Like, I've got deep roots in Columbus now.
Right.
It feels like a second home to me at this point. So,
all right. So take me into the cabin. Tell me what happened.
It was really just like it was like living there for 3 days. like us, other than us just like going through like daily stuff, like we just had all of our music set up. So like if we were like making breakfast in the morning and smoking cigarettes and drinking beer, but also it's like, okay, we'll hit record now. You know, because the songs were kind of figured out for the most part. Like I knew what they kind of wanted to be like, but there was still a lot of them just like playing through them a few times and being like, okay, this sounds cool, let's do that. So it was really just like we were just kind of on vacation. We just so happened to have a studio set up.
Nice. Very cool. And were you running the gear yourself, or did you have like engineers and whatever?
No. So Matt Vinson actually went to school for all of that, for just like recording and I don't know what you would call it. I didn't go to college, and especially for that. But he knows what he's doing, and Taylor has a good idea of it too, and especially as far as like just making songs and like structuring them and like knowing what's right. Right. So they had that under control too, and they were also playing on it. You know, like they were playing bass and drums the whole time live. So
cool. So the songs themselves, are they all written by you, or the three of you, or various combinations?
No, they're all my songs. I think Taylor's got a line on one of them. There's a song called "Hold the Door" that it starts out with that I had written right before I got up there. Right. And I could not figure out one line. I can't remember what it was, but he's not credited on it, but I remember.
Don't hold the door. Hold the door. And my baby don't love me like she did no more. Don't hold the door. Hold the door. You know my heart's been breaking, all my dreams been torn. You know how long I waited. Come on, girl, don't close the door.
Well, it's the Hold the Door is kind of got a rockabilly kind of thing going on with it.
Yeah, it starts out hot. It starts the record out real hot.
Yeah. And did you think about how the record was going to flow from one song to the other when you put it together?
Not at all, honestly. Like I'd been like doing the folk thing, just not publicly, just on my own for so long and never recording songs. So there were so many. It was just kind of like I was going through a list of them. And, you know, I probably had 20 or 30 songs that I was like, we should listen to these. And I just played the first 8 ones that felt like, and they were like, yep, that one. I was like, all right, well, settled. We're not going to go through the rest of them. So I don't know. They just they ended up working together. We didn't pick the order until the end. Like, it just seems like once you have everything recorded, you kind of figure out the way it's supposed to go. So it wasn't very thought out. It was just fun and pretty organic.
Yep. And I hear there's like some harmony vocals and some fiddles in there. Is that all you guys as well?
I went tired, waiting on your love. You went powered, crazy, biting on the tongue.
Yeah, actually the fiddle was like one of the few overdubs that happened outside of the cabin. And that's a friend of mine, Ellie Ruth. And we just recorded that in my living room at my old house, which that's like the best recording I've ever been able to get. And it's probably all her.
Right.
I just had to set up one microphone. But yeah, I mean, they're all singing. Taylor and Matt are singing on a lot of it. My partner, Maggie Halfman, singing on a lot of it. She's on Tired and El Camino, I think, and just all over it. So it's just a bunch of friends adding stuff. Our buddy Rory threw some piano on there, and this guy Colin Kroom put some pedal steel on Wrecking Ball. So yeah, there were a few overdubs outside, but not many. Right.
And I was hoping to touch on the song Silver Highway. It's kind of got a cowboy thing going on, and it's near the end of the record there. So tell me a little bit about that. What is there to say about it?
Mean old cowboy still rides home, kisses mama on the lips, just one more time, never known my gift. And if one night when I get home, house is dark, bed is cold, now thank God for all I could be next.
I don't know. There are 3 songs that I had written around that time. My girlfriend was in Argentina at the time, or
What was she
somewhere
doing
in
there?
South. She had a friend that lived around there, and it might not be Argentina. I might be making that up, but it's South America.
Somewhere down there. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Not here.
Gotcha.
And I don't know. I wrote these 3 songs. Silver Highway was one. I feel like that was kind of like the beginning of all the folk music. I don't know that I was really like thinking of that much. It's so weird. Like, I feel like I realize more of what the song's about after I write it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that I have that one figured out though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Something to ponder.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty profound. There's a highway in the sky.
Sure. Yeah. So, well, sometimes you just write something really cool and then you look at it afterward and you're like, that's sweet. I like that a lot.
Very cool.
But yeah, nothing very specific, just probably the way that I was feeling that time and just writing it that sort of way.
Right. Gotcha. So the album came out at the beginning of June. What did you do anything to celebrate, to mark the occasion?
Yeah, not much. Just a buddy of mine came over and we had a few beers and we called Taylor actually on FaceTime that night.
Right.
And just kind of talked to him for a little bit. Got him to drink a beer with us, I think.
Good.
Over FaceTime. But yeah,
virtual
we
beer. I love it.
It was great. Yeah. I mean, everybody's been drinking virtual beers for so long. Hopefully that was my last one.
So are things loosening up over there? Are you going to do some gigs?
Yeah, I got a gig now that just got announced today. That's in Louisville. It's like a free outdoor event with my buddies Houndmouth and this other band called Jesse Lee. So it's all Kentucky bands. Right. I think that's July 14th. But yeah, I mean it's loosening up. I know New Zealand's been pretty good about it. And you all have been open for a while. But yeah, we're on our way. Our mask mandate maybe lifts up in a few days. I know shows are getting booked everywhere across the country. So
that's a positive thing.
Sure.
Are you gonna hit the road when you can?
Yeah, I think so. We've got some stuff in limbo, nothing official or anything that can be talked about yet, but kind of just thinking and getting ready. Yeah, I mean it's happening. You know, like tours are on, and people have been touring anyway. At least playing like outside and like some reduced capacity venues. So I think we'll be at full cap towards fall for sure.
Cool. And so this was your first album. Is this part of do you have a master plan, or are you just taking it day by day as far as your musical career goes?
I'm just rolling with the flow. I mean, as far as like being a songwriter, that album's over to me, you know. Right. I'm ready for the next one. I'm glad it's out. I'm really happy that it's out, but those songs are old to me. I'm thinking about the next one. I'm thinking about how I can be better as a musician, as a writer, learning how to tour, because it's still pretty new to me. You know, I've done a little bit of it through the past few years, but not much. So I'm just trying to like become a seasoned musician.
And did you get much feedback from people that was useful or just annoying?
From the record? No, nothing annoying quite yet, but I don't think I'm big enough to get annoying reviews yet.
Oh, that's the sign of true success, when you start getting trolled.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, people are probably saying stuff behind my back, but they haven't said it to me yet.
Oh, that's just normal.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, very cool. It sounds like you're having a good time.
I am.
Excellent. So yeah, come on down here and play a few tunes for us when you get a chance. You know,
I would love to.
Right now, you got to sit in quarantine for 2 weeks before you come into the country. So.
Yeah. Are they allowing people over there yet, though, from different countries?
Just from Australia at the moment.
Okay. Well, as soon as it opens up, I'll be there. Trust me.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thank you, sir, for talking to me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Marty.
We'll see you. Have a good day.
See you.
Bye.